What's up guys, I'm Chris and today you're watching a magic review on Nailed by Rich Marotta. Welcome to the channel and thanks for tuning in. If you haven't, please consider subscribing and giving this video a thumbs up. Also, any questions or comments? Also, don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss a video or review. Any questions or comments, just put them in the comment section below. And don't forget to join the Chris Edwards Magic Secret Access group over on Facebook. Make sure you guys go check out auctiontricks.com. Auctiontricks is a website that allows you to buy and sell magic. You can get brand new stuff on there as well as used, harder to find items at prices that honestly can't be beat. Chris sent me this for review. So he will likely have this in stock and probably at a price that you won't find anywhere else. Alright, so today we are looking at Nailed by Rich Marotta. Now, this is a effect that I've been interested in for a long time. So what is Nailed? Well, Nailed looks like this. So I have a quarter here. Now I want you to see what I can do with this. If I take it, I can, there we go, actually stick it right onto my forehead like that. Now, you probably think you know how this is done, but it's not what you think. There's actually a nail on the other side that's stuck right through my forehead. Now, you probably don't believe me, so I'm going to do this without switching anything with one hand. Yeah. There it is. And you see on the other side is a nail that's actually soldered, and it's sharp. In fact, it's a real nail. So that's Nailed. All right, so what do you get? So in the package, you will get this, right? It's a US quarter with a nail on it. Now, I am Canadian, so the quarter doesn't match my currency. However, the type of coin really doesn't make much of a difference. So you'll get a quarter with the nail on it. Now in the tutorial, you will get a tutorial link obviously, but in the tutorial it states that you will also get a piece of cork. Now I didn't with mine, so I did just grab one that I had from somewhere else. And when I have it in my pocket, that's how I carry it. Because this is a real nail, and it does hurt if you sit on it. It will puncture your leg or whatever part of you that you sit on it with. Just grab a piece of cork from anywhere if it doesn't come with that. But the quality, let's talk about the quality. So the quality is really good. Now it looks like that. The nail is actually soldered on. It's not, oops, almost dropped it, but it's not stuck with like an adhesive or a magnet or anything. It is soldered on there. Now, for those of you who know how this works, I'm obviously not going to say how it works for those of you that don't, but there is a slight lip on mine. I don't know if that's the case with others. However, I did read a review from somebody else who mentioned the same thing. So I won't mention, again, how it works, but that's what it looks like. So overall, when I say there's a lip, I don't think it's something that anybody's gonna notice. It's not noticeable visually. It's just I know how it works and I know why it's there, so I notice it. But overall, the quality is really good. It works perfectly, and you are able to do this all with one hand. Tutorial. So the tutorial is about 10 minutes long. It's not long. Magick Balay teaches it, and he's gonna explain what you get, how to use it, how it works, and then his handling. Now, his handling looks like this. I personally like to finger palm, just it looks more natural to me, but however you want to do it, you know, there's obviously multiple ways to get in and out of this. What's nice is you end clean. We'll talk about that more here shortly on the examination topic. Difficulty level. So this is very easy to do. I haven't practiced it a ton. So, you know, in my demo, it might not look perfect, but I did want to kind of show what this looks like. However, with more practice, I think that you would get in and out of this seamlessly and it'd be very natural looking. Angles, they're aren't really any angle restrictions other than if people are like directly behind you, but you're pretty well covered just the way that you handle this. I don't think that any angles are going to be an issue with this. Setup and reset. So this is an instant reset. It's very easy to, for lack of a better term, set up, but yeah, seconds. In order to answer this question a little bit better, I'm going to compare it to like a Scotch and soda. So there's often two types of Scotch and soda gimmicks. One of them, you need something else to reset the gimmick, whereas the other one, you don't need anything other than what it comes with. However, with this, it works like the version that you need the additional piece to reset it. But because there's a nail on this one, you don't have to. You don't need any additional pieces or anything like that. And it resets instantly because of that. So examination. I feel like this can be pretty thoroughly examined. Now, for those of you who have an idea of how this works, or those of you who know how this works, there is slight concern to if you give this to them and they start kind of pulling on the nail or anything, that might tip the method. However, chances are when they're pulling it, they're going to be holding it in a certain way that doesn't allow that to happen. Like I am pulling it hard here and nothing's happening. So I do feel like if you hand this out, they are not going to find the method. But with that said, if you want to play it safe, just, you hold it, have them touch it. They can see that it's a real nail, that it is really stuck on there, and it's not just like you had a piece of like sticky tack and stuck a nail on in the end. They will see that that is really on there. Who will use this? Is this practical? Is it a worker? So, this is kind of a gag in a sense. It's kind of a shock effect. They're not expecting what you say to be true. And if you don't explain that there's a nail in the back and you just pull it off and show it, like they don't expect that to happen. So it won't be for everybody. It kind of has that bizarre type feel to it. Or on the other end, kind of like a dark humor type thing. But so maybe not for everybody, but I do think it's a nice icebreaker, and it's an unexpected outcome for sure. I do think this is very practical. I feel like if you're a working magician and you are a bit of a comedy magician or a bizarre type performer, I do think that this is good for those working in like strolling or close up or table hopping because of the instant reset. Very easy to get in and out of, and it establishes that shock factor in seconds. So it's good to catch their attention, and then from there go into whatever you want. So what's the price, and is it worth it? This is $30. You can pick this up at a number of different places. Like I said, I would go check out Auction Tricks first. Now, Rich Marotta did release this through Penguin Magic, so obviously it's going to be there. If you can't pick it up at Auction Tricks, then that's your next best bet. For $30, I do feel like this is worth the money. It is a well-made gimmick. It works well, and it's simple. It's very easy to do. It's not going to take long to get this down. Positives and negatives. So I've mentioned a lot of the positives. The only negative is that some people might be a little bit worried about the lip that's in there. Again, I don't think it's something that you have to worry about. I don't know if all of them are like this or just some of them. I think I saw a review on another one and it was like completely flush. So again, this one has a lip. Not worried about it. I haven't had anybody say anything. I haven't performed it too much yet for other people, but for those I have, they didn't find anything. They also didn't have any idea of the method. If they did, they didn't say anything. So it went over well. So overall, I would recommend this. If you feel like this is something that fits your character, it is a good effect and the quality is definitely there. So I think I've covered everything I can on Nailed. I will leave a link in the description, and with that, we'll see you at the next review.